Recently, I've been having nightmares where I am abducted and dunked underwater repeatedly.
I'm real sorry about this, Cam, but the YouTube gods demand a sacrifice. And we all know they like me more than they like you.
No, not really. It just seemed like a fun way to start this video. I actually first came across this idea watching Mike Boyd's video, and it got me reading about freedivers who train to sustain for more than 10 minutes underwater at a time on a single breath of air. Recently, Margot Robbie actually explained how she learned to hold her breath for 5 minutes. That was in preparation for her film Suicide Squad, and she did it in just 4 sessions with a freediving coach. So for the next 20 days, I want to train and see how much I can improve my breath holding with the goal of getting 5 minutes straight on one breath. To get my starting point, I met up with my friend Derek to see what my time is on day 1.
Okay, ready? Yeah, go. What did I do?
56 seconds.
56?
Yeah, not that good.
That's trash. It feels weird underwater. I wasn't expecting it to feel so, like, I feel like...
Have you never been underwater before?
Bro, shut up.
With the baseline breath hold of 56 seconds, it's estimated that I should be able to work up to a 3-minute breath hold. This is a bit below my original goal of 5 minutes, so I figured I'd split the difference and aim for 4. To train, I'm going to focus in on CO2 tables. CO2 tables are a breath holding routine that gives you progressively less time to recover between holds. So for instance, hold for 1 minute, recover for 1 minute. Hold for 1 minute, recover for 45 seconds. Hold for 1 minute, then 30 seconds, then 15 seconds. This is to help develop tolerance for CO2, the factor that's going to make you want to breathe. I'm going to be doing these tables every other day for ideally an hour a day. By my second week, I've moved my baseline breath holds up to 2 minutes each, and continue going through my CO2 tables with 2 minutes holding my breath, 1 minute recovery, and so on and so forth. One of the keys to a successful breath hold is the ability to relax your body and mind. If your muscles are engaged, they actively begin converting oxygen into energy, thus producing carbon dioxide, which then builds up, prompting your body to crave its next breath. Once this happens, it's only a matter of time before you start to experience contractions and are eventually forced to breathe. The more I work through my breathing exercises, the more I'm trying to become comfortable, just letting my body relax even throughout those uncomfortable latter stages of a breath hold.
So I'm 2 and a bit weeks into this challenge, and this was just my time.
Obviously, it's a little bit easy to relax when you're laying on a comfy bed, but I'm not gonna be able to do that for my final breath hold. That would be too easy to cheat, obviously. So the next step that I'm gonna try to get used to is holding my breath underwater. But before I get into that, I wanna say a quick word about the sponsor of today's video, Morning Brew. Like most people, the first thing I do when I wake up is reach for my phone. I check Twitter, Facebook, and email to get caught up on everything that I missed while I was asleep. However, since I started using Morning Brew, my morning scrolling has become much more productive. Morning Brew is a daily newsletter that is delivered to my inbox Monday to Saturday. It focuses on business, finance, and tech news, and it's delivered in a digestible and witty way. And yes, I said witty, which is actually incredible because news like this is often so dry and boring, but they do a great job of giving only the relevant information so I can get information that I can absorb quickly, and it's enjoyable too. The sick part about it all is that Morning Brew is actually entirely free, and subscribing takes less than 15 seconds. So if you're interested in business, finance, and tech news, you really have no reason not to give it a try. It's been helpful for me, and hopefully it can be helpful for you too. So if you want to, check it out in the link below and get it delivered to your inbox today. Here we go, first day in the water. This is gonna be so cold, and I'm not looking forward to this at all, but
here we go. Oh.
Is it refreshing?
No, it's not refreshing. Don't say something like that. You know I'm suffering. Okay.
Okay, so I should probably state the obvious. This water's not the cleanest right now, but it's the cold temperature that's really giving me problems. Combine that with the fact that the walls of the pool aren't as stable as I would have hoped. And my first attempt doesn't exactly go great.
It's so much harder.
It's a minute 19.
Ah, that's terrible.
First time in the water, though.
Oh, that's terrible, though. That's such a bad time.
Despite a disappointing first try, I go for it again, and again, and a fourth time without a single attempt clearing 90 seconds underwater.
I feel myself starting to shake, like my body like shivering that time.
Yeah, let's get out.
The next day, I try again in a slightly warmer pool, but even still, my results aren't much better. With my best time coming near the end, which did clear 90 seconds, but still only clocked in at 1 minute and 48 seconds. I think there are two factors that are really inhibiting my breath holds underwater. The first is simply temperature, because the only pools we can get access to are outdoors. They are pretty cold. With the majority of my breath work being done while I'm cozy in bed, it's been a major shock when I tried to replicate that process while in cold water. The second challenge is my inability to relax at all when I'm floating. When I watch the footage back, I can see I'm engaging my core and my arms trying to hold myself into position. My heart rate is elevated, both as a reaction to the cold and to the stress of knowing this isn't going well. So I picked up a nose plug, and I'm going to explore some other ways to measure my times underwater in settings where I can stay warm and hopefully keep myself a little bit more relaxed. To solve these problems, I've filled this bucket with warm water. I've got a towel here to make it a little more comfortable, and hopefully this can help me relax and improve my times. So, here we go. 2 minutes and 52 seconds. 52? 52. I know! That's pretty good. That's amazing. That's pretty good, yeah. For my final test, I filled my bathtub with warm water and set my phone up so I could record myself and my time all at once.
Minutes, 32 seconds.
Oh?
3 minutes, 32 seconds.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
I came up 28 seconds short of my 4-minute goal, which isn't too surprising given how long I waited before trying to hold my breath underwater. And I don't regret any of that time doing the breath work, as it was a key part of my improvement. But I do wish I'd also incorporated some form of underwater breath holding sooner to figure out how to relax my body while face down and floating. I think with training, sometimes it's really easy to fall into a comfort zone where you're putting in the work but not actually pushing yourself to improve to the next step, which I think I fell into a bit on this one. it was also just a more ambitious goal than the program recommended, so that's probably relevant. Even still, I feel a lot more comfortable with my ability to hold my breath now, even underwater. So I'm sure if those weird nightmares come back, I think I'll be alright.